Hey, it's Tree, and I'm back for another video. Today I'm touring another sketchbook. This one is number 20 for you guys, but number 14 for me. This sketchbook I drew in my senior year of high school, so about 5 years ago from now. And I'm recording this as of 2021, so almost 6 years. This is also a little bit after the time I started making a comic with my ex, and that comic's no longer around. I don't have hardly anything from it anymore, but I definitely drew some of the characters in here, and I wanted to draw other comics involving my OCs at that time, but I never really got around to it. And now I'm just not interested in making comics involving these OCs again yet. I still like them, it's just I don't like their stories anymore, so I'd like to make them new stories if I ever did do anything with them. There's also some concept art related to these comics and OCs. But yeah, that's about all there is to it. I used to come up with ideas for things and then get really focused on making content for it, but then I just never went around and did it. Because at that time I was still convinced that my writing wasn't really any good. But also some of these OCs is like kind of an Undertale inspired story that I was making. Because Undertale had just come out not too long ago. I still like Undertale, by the way. But basically that story was about a girl who had lost her memories, and then she would find people from her past, but they were like animal hybrids now, and then eventually she would figure out that she lost her memories. That was the whole story, basically. And I say it was Undertale inspired because, like, a lot of this stuff, I specifically thought about making a game with it, even though I have, like, no game making experience, so, like, you could find former IDs and junk, proving that they used to be your sibling or something like that, you know. There's a good end and a bad end, just like Undertale. I don't know. It just... I was talking about it with a friend, and they said it definitely seemed like it was Undertale inspired, and I was like, you're right. I love Undertale. Thank you for reminding me I'm not original. But, there's nothing wrong with being inspired by other media. It just, you gotta make it different. That's the thing. And that story just wasn't that very different. If you see the girl with the ponytail and the boy with the bird arms, yeah, those are those OCs, by the way. And another character involved was like this wolf fox girl, and she used to be an adopt, but nobody bought the adopt, so I was just gonna use it as one of my own characters. And her whole thing was that she's always hungry, so she would steal the character's food occasionally. That was about it. And you could either decide to keep her around or not. But it wasn't that very interesting, I'm not gonna lie, because I just stayed with that story in this sketchbook. And then, I never made more of these characters, so they've just been stuck in the sketchbook, basically. Another thing was that, like, I was kind of sick at that time period, so, I wasn't really feeling like myself, and I don't know if my art kind of exudes that vibe, because I didn't really feel like myself. But now I'm pretty much better, so don't worry about me. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with realizing that stories and ideas don't really work out. Sometimes they just don't work out, and there's nothing wrong with discarding them, because I'd pretty much rather figure out I don't like a story rather than continually working on it and then not enjoying the process and hating myself for working on it. That's just how I view it anyway. So my personal feelings regarding the sketchbook now is that I don't really care for the first few pages, but then I feel like at the end I started really liking these pages. But when I was younger, I was just hating this whole part, because I felt like the paper was too thin, and younger me hated that. So she, like, wanted to get this sketchbook done as fast as possible. But yeah, I feel like the sketchbooks, even though at the end I didn't like it, I like it now, and that's weird for me. And I still feel like I kind of do that with sketchbooks these days, is that, like, I'll get really tired at the end and start hating it, but, like, maybe I should calm down a little, I don't know. I also tried to use watercolors in some of these pages because I wanted to get back into watercolor painting, and younger me was like, this paper's so thin, the watercolor's not sticking the way I want it to. And it's like, calm down, girl, it looks fine. I feel like specifically the page with Marceline on it, I was getting very mad about the watercolors. So again, I just started rushing some more, trying to get it done, even though, like, it's not that bad. I'm pretty sure the next sketchbook I worked on after this one was a watercolor one. That's how mad I got with this sketchbook. Which is, like, kind of ridiculous. Like, calm down. I feel like the video is just me telling my younger self to calm down a little bit. But anyway, thank you for watching this video, and I will see you next time, hopefully soon, because I'm going to be touring more sketchbooks.